Hey, so now I'm talking to Kristin Fredrickson, who I think teaches at Woodland, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, and you teach what grade?
I teach first grade this year. I was kindergarten for quite a long time, and then second grade for quite a long time, and now I'm doing my dance in first grade with 6 and 7-year-olds.
So, okay, so how many do you have in your class?
I have 24 students.
Yeah, oh, that's good. That's not bad. 24.
No, it's not bad. I've had 26. I think that was my highest year after the 20-1. But it's not bad. You know, every child that's added on is that much more prep.
Yeah,
this is nice.
Yeah, good. Okay, so I think we want to know exactly how this works, right? So first I have to tell you that my camera, unfortunately, is not in here. It's up there, so that's why I'm looking down all the time. So why don't you tell me, okay, so you're using Zoom for your entire class, right? So kind of take us through a day of how that works.
Well, I'm going to take you through the first day.
He's adorable.
How it worked.
He's adorable.
Pardon?
Yeah, he's no.
Oh, this will answer one of your questions.
Yeah. So cute.
Honestly, when you asked one of the questions in advance, I said, he's the answer. So we'll get there eventually. The first day of after getting training in Zoom and Screencastify, this is phase 1 where we're talking about connectivity, which is a huge piece of the puzzle.
Right.
And it's a huge piece for teachers as well as parents and children. And I'm teaching 6, 7-year-olds who really are clueless about many technological things. They really don't know more than we do. That's a fallacy. So I was getting on Zoom and I asked my husband to join on upstairs. So I linked him in and we were having horrible connections. And I was imagining this is how it is going to be with my families. And I came to find out after linking my girlfriend into the same Zoom was that my husband had about 15 open windows on his computer upstairs. Well, that explained the 5-second lag in my voice. I could actually hear my voice in echo upstairs. And as soon as he turned all those off, we were as gold. So that was my first moment thinking, we are going to have some big problems here. Mm-hmm. Because now I need to convey to parents how important it is that while we're doing a Zoom at least, that people are off all their apps. Herein lies the problem. If you have 2 other siblings, and just so happens they have a class on Zoom at that same moment, it's eating up, I believe, bandwidth. I could be terribly wrong of the terminology, but it's eating up Wi-Fi. Mm-hmm. And you're going to end up with a lot of stilted images, audio disruptions, and delays. Mm-hmm. And that's hard because if you're teaching, you are teaching live in the moment. And those are kind of the glitches that, that's all it takes is some of those kids with the attention span of a gnat to kind of not be there. Yeah. Suddenly they're, what did you say, Mrs. Fredrickson? So that was one of my first issues. And I discussed it immediately with the parents, close as many apps as humanly possible. Mm-hmm. And I will deal with the rest later. And when it came to having the kids find their mic or find their screen, get themselves situated properly on the screen, and any number of issues that could come up, I addressed those over the next Zooms I did with them, and my last Zoom was so much fun. I had such a good time.
Yeah, I would think it would be fun, actually, kind of do. But, first graders need to touch you. Do you know what I mean? I taught first grade.
Oh, yeah.
And I loved it. I thought it was great. But they need to actually reach out and touch you, and be with you, So how do you handle that?
My girlfriend is not handling it as well. She said she can't even be creative because she doesn't have that stimulation with children. And for me, it's just an opportunity to get creative. I kind of look at it that way is, okay, what can I do to make this work? Yeah. And I think I'm just a fixer. Yeah. So I'm kind of enjoying this little Brady Bunch tableau with my laptop and coming up with inventive ways to not only key them in, but say doing a screencastify, how not to make it look so rough. And I think for me, it just sort of taps into whatever creative juices I have. But I don't anticipate everybody will have the same experience.
So a lesson that you like that you actually did this past week.
Oh my. I won't say the first Zoom lesson with the kids, because that was really an opportunity for them to get used to being on Zoom, and then seeing all their faces, and I just sort of let them shout out at one another. I felt it was really important for them to do this. They've been so contained. But I did warn them that the next time that they're on with me, they're probably going to be muted a lot, and I will be a little sterner. But I really didn't have to. My kids were really well behaved. I don't have terrible stories about some kid doing this or that. I really don't. I think the worst thing is having kids come and they'll eat breakfast.
Yeah.
They are eating their breakfast at 10:30, which is the designated time of my Zooms. And you're just saying, really? Like, the whole idea that they were to come with pencil, paper, and be ready to do some little responses with reading response with me. So that's just my next email that went out explains that on Monday, get your breakfast and snack over with, or I have to delete you from the group.
Okay, so I think a lot of people don't really understand that. Well, the people that will watch this, frankly, are going to be parents and teachers, so they probably get it. But all the kids' faces are on your screen, correct? Can you mute Bob without muting? Okay.
Yes, you can. In fact, that was something that was real hard the first day, and I was panicking. I'm trying to mute kids so I can hear one child share their feelings, because that was the question I put out is, tell me how you feel right now about what's going on. And so I went to each person, but of course, ambient noise happens. Even if they're all listening, you have people in the background who are talking. So it's easy. You can simply mute them, and you can mute all or mute a certain portion of them, but it's up to you who you want to mute. If you've got a child coming to the screen in their underwear and you just don't think that that's appropriate, well, maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe it's a lesson about underwear.
Not you, though.
Then you can actually deselect video, and their name will show up on the screen only. So you have a lot of control on it. It's just you're on video. You're not live.
Is your picture bigger than the rest, or are they all the same size?
I don't know. I can't tell you exactly what they're seeing, but if I put it into speaker view, oh gosh, someone at the district would say, "Oh, she's so wrong." I believe they see whoever is speaking, they'll see that person's face, or they might see a couple people's face at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm still learning. And I would like to try it again with people where I can just explore and experiment, like my grade level again. My grade level has been great because we've been trying to do some Zooming, experimenting. But I haven't gotten that far. But I can show a lesson. I can share something that I'm doing on the computer that I have on that's ready to go. And all I have to do is click share, and I can actually manipulate the cursor, and the kids can watch it. It's really cool.
That is pretty cool.
Really love Zoom.
Yeah. So
even though I can't touch the kids, and I know they want to be with me, I have so many avenues of communication that I've had all year long that I do think they feel that their family is still intact.
Okay, so
even if it's virtual.
So what about how does everybody else feel? How do the other teachers feel about this?
I think, well, I can speak for my grade level because we have been having meetings every day for just check-ins, which are 10 minutes to generally a half hour. It takes a lot right now. And then we've had our grade level, and it seems everybody's pretty, at least in our grade level, we're kind of just running with it. We are gaining skill really fast, and we were really proud of ourselves yesterday as we started playing around with some of the controls and shifting host and co-host. And you realize the thing we found most scary, as we were told we'd be doing Zoom, was doing Zoom.
Yeah.
And here we are, not experts by any means, but feeling pretty competent.
Yeah. Having fun with
And,
it.
and we have an ID, and that was the thing that my friend today didn't know. I said, you have one ID. You don't have a million IDs. Like, you don't have to have a new ID every time you Zoom. It's your ID. And that's what they're going to click on. And
So
I tell you, my
it.
parents really are getting used to it. They Zoomed with me on Thursday afternoon. I gave them my own time. I'm going to give them a half hour a week because I think all our parents do, but we just need to see our faces,
right,
and get our reassurance. And they're trying to do what we do and make look so easy. And they just need us to say it's okay. And as much as we reassure the children with our demeanor, we reassure the parents too by doing that. And I think there were parents who stayed on long after they needed to. I would tell them, hey, if you want to keep talking, go ahead. If you want to leave the meeting, go and just say, wave your hand like this. And I have parents just staying on because they think they just felt like they caught me. I'm here.
Yeah.
And life is,
okay.
I'm part of their normal routine. I haven't left.
Okay, so
you look the same. I just have a different background.
Right, your date, but
Jingles is with me.
Yeah, and oh my God, he is so good. Harley would never do that. Okay.
He has to be on my lap. If I'm sitting here talking to the computer, he runs in and jumps on me because I think he thinks it's an opportunity. So he's not used to having me home, but
he's giving me that.
He loves it.
He's giving me that sidelong glance right now. Well, not now.
Oh, it's like Gable and Lombard.
Yeah.
Oh.
He is so cute. How old is he? How old?
He is probably 7. I don't know. He's a rescue. My first screencastify. I think you heard about that one. But I was doing it for the kids with a story about a dog. I had him in my lap, and I realized I had a glass of wine sitting in the corner of the screen.
Yeah.
And I went, oh, rats. So I took that off. I bumped the screencastify. I did it again. Second time, I got to the end of the screencastify, or I got to the end of the book, and then I noticed Jingle's foot has latched into my shirt, and nice. I'm wide open here. So you kind of live and learn that you got to get rid of some of these obstacles.
Yeah.
If you're going to do it. But,
hey, Kristin, I got
those are my first perils with Screencastify.
Well, he's adorable, and he looks like he's going to do it again. So,
yeah. He probably will.
So, let me ask you this, though, because I have to go because this thing will shut off in a minute. Yeah. So, how many kids? Everybody had a computer. Everybody had,
No, that's the hardest part. Is I have one child now who has absolutely no computer. We gave packets out. I was part of. I volunteered at our school to give packets to families coming up. Now, she didn't come up. That concerns me. We also got to upload them to their computers. They were able to download them. So she did get those. She has no means of contacting me outside of email and Class Dojo, which is my texting.
Why doesn't she have a tablet?
She just doesn't. The district does not want to. I think they're just being cautious right now, but they said 3rd and up look at Chromebooks, and TK to 2 won't. At this time, they may change their mind, but I think they're just trying to figure out how to parse out what they have reasonably. And little tiny kids aren't the most respectful with the computers. I actually think they would be far better upper grade kids with their computers.
If somebody if somebody actually gave this kid a computer, would she be able to connect from her home? Does she have that ability?
Then she could connect. And unfortunately, her sister has a computer, but her sister is using her computer for her high school classes and really can't give it up to her. So this little girl has not been on my Zoom, but I have had all but her on my Zoom, the last 2 Zooms I had.
Okay.
I think that's pretty good.
Sounds good. Gotta go, kid.
Okay, it's been great. If you want to talk again, I'm here.
How about next week?
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. See you
Keep
later,
updated.
Kristin. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.